Hi everyone, I'm super excited to be posting. I'm gonna start posting once a week. Doing a live is a little too hard just as of right now, just because I can't get a set time and schedule just with the baby's school and personal readings and everything else going on. So I'm gonna start posting at least once a week a collective message just for everybody. And also right now, because of Valentine's Day, I am running a sale on my shop. So if you are interested in a personal reading, those are all on sale, and the link to that will be in the description box below. But let's go ahead and get into it. Let's just see what our messages are for this week. What do our spirit guides, our angels, our loved ones have to bring forward for us for this week? All right, we have gold, divine intervention. I love that. All right, and then we also have revealing your true self. I love the divine intervention, revealing your true self. We have prosperity. And then we have stay strong in your faith. Okay, so just with the first set of messages coming forward, okay? Divine intervention, revealing your true self, prosperity, stay strong in your faith. Right now, this might feel like you might have something going on where you're like, I just don't understand why I can't get out of this situation. And it might be in one way or another, okay? But the way that you're trying to get out of this, I feel like you're not going about it the way that you truly would, or it's like you have a chance to reinvent or redo something and you're going about this in a completely wrong direction, and instead of revealing what you really want in this situation, you're more focusing on everything else, right? You're focusing on what's best for this situation, or what you think is best, and Spirit's like, no, like, I'm trying to get in the way of this. I want you to take a step back, okay? And I want you to think about the energy that you want to be in, or the feelings that you want to feel, and whatever situation this is, because this is collective, right? But this is Spirit's way of telling you that it's time for you to focus on your happiness, on the true end goal, not so much of like what's the quick fix, so much of, what you think is right in this moment. If something's not working out, or you're repeating this lesson, take a step back and you're like, what am I not learning here? What am I not focusing on enough, okay? Let's go ahead and just pull some tarot. I have some more angel messages, but let's pull tarot. I just want to kind of see what this is about. And if this is where you believe in something, okay, if this is where you want to go a certain direction, you're ready to start doing something, whatever this is. If this, for me, I really had to learn, okay, with the stay strong in your faith. This can go in so many different ways. But for me, I definitely had this moment in time where I was really low, and I had to remember, like, just because somebody would do something to me, I am not that person. I don't care how low I get. I don't care how sad I am. My actions, if they're going to hurt somebody, and I'm aware that they are going to hurt somebody, regardless if it's making, me happy or not, I don't want to, even if they hurt me, whatever the case is, I don't want to scoop that low and hurt them, right? And that's just who I am as a person, right? And if this is where you're going in a different direction and somebody's like, I don't believe that you could do this, or this is a bad idea, you shouldn't do this, you know what your intuitive side is telling you. You know what your gut feeling is, and you know which direction you need to head. And Spirit's asking you, stay strong in your happiness. It's time for you to reveal and open up your heart. If this is where you're like, you're walking on eggshells with a person or a situation, whatever this is, because this is collective, I need you to get within your heart. It's time for you to reveal what you really want. Connect with your third eye. Connect with your crown chakra. Really try to bond or mend that bond between you and your spirit guides, okay? Now let's go ahead and pull some tarot messages and see what comes forward. Ooh, okay, we have a couple just flying on out. We have the Eight of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the Page of Cups, and then we have the Queen of Wands, or the Queen of Swords on the ground. So let's pick that up. All right. So with these cards coming forward, okay, it's time for you to really work on where you want to be in whatever this is. All right. For some of you, this reminds me a lot of like something in the heart space, because I keep talking about the heart space. So I feel this is something more of understanding like your happiness, understanding the direction that you want to go in life, like really rooting yourself or returning to a spot of happiness, right? And having this like, I feel like this love and connection again, and paying attention to your intuition, staying very headstrong. I don't care if this is somebody or if this is where you're like, I don't know if I can really actually go this direction. I want you to put it out to spirit. And this is what this Eight of Pentacles is, right? I want you to really start focusing on your wants, your needs, your desires, and staying strong in that. Staying very headstrong. I like that the Queen of Swords is coming out under stay strong in your faith. This is staying headstrong. This is not allowing your feelings to get the best of you. I had to make a choice for myself, and it was a very hard choice that I had to make. And I just decided that I was going to focus on myself and not focus on anybody else around me. And that's exactly what I did. And I have never felt better. And sometimes, don't get me wrong, like my feelings get in the way. Like I said, I am a big lover. I'm a big emotional person. But sometimes when you know, like there's a new direction for you, you have to head that direction. And that's not meaning like I said in the beginning, like I know who I am as a person. I will never intentionally do something to hurt somebody's feelings. Like I will never do that. However, if I know that I need to steer a new direction, then I need to steer a new direction in whatever way this is. And I feel that you are really working on some growth here. Like there is some big growth. And if this is whether it be a job, a relationship, there's something about feeling happy and feeling comfortable. If you're thinking about starting a new job, or you're thinking about, opening a business, something like that, like rooting yourself, and you're having very like deep intuitive thoughts, it's time to jump on that train. If this is where you're really focusing on working on yourself, and now you're heading a new direction, you're like, finally, yes, this is happening, this is working, this is going. It's time for you to just stay very headstrong. Don't allow outside influences, your past self, those boundaries you created to hold you back, because it's like there's something bigger here. And I feel with this divine intervention, if this is where anything was stopped in the past, or you were in this situation, whatever it is, it's because you weren't finding like where you truly belong, what's going to bring you the most happiness. All right, let's go ahead and pull a few more angel cards and just see what the angels have to say. All right, you have a gift for working with the young people, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, and parenting children. I love that. Okay. And then we also have, when you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treatment today, such as a massage, salt bath, or a pedicure. Okay, so I want to talk about two different things. So you definitely, there could be where you are a teacher, you do have children involved, you're a mother, you're a parent, and there is a child that is very definitely involved with you, okay? Or I want to talk, and this too, I want to relate this into something else. If you're thinking about doing something, okay, and it's like, well, I don't know how I'm going to do this because of children. I don't know how I'm going to do this because of this, that, the other. I want you to think about the success of the future of your child or of that situation, okay? I also want you to think about, with this child energy coming out, I want you to return back into that child energy. I want you to heal that part of the child energy as far as like working and growing. I want you to return back into that energy of thinking that things are possible, feeling pure, and just kind of optimistic about life, where you don't feel the letdown, like the letdowns haven't happened, so you're not there. Now, with the working on yourself for the excellence and all of that, in order for you to be your best self, you have to feel good about yourself. I want you to meditate, listen to chakra affirmations, listen to affirmations, start doing things that make you happy. I tell this to a lot of people, but I'm going to say make a list of whatever this is about, of the energies that you want to hang out in, and that's what I want you to focus on. And don't feel that energy of it not happening yet, because it hasn't happened the way that it's supposed to for you. And once you just start focusing on the opportunities that can come for you that are related to this energy, Spirit will really start to bless you. It's time for you to really find your roots, okay? And really pay attention to that intuitive feeling. Do not let anybody else or, your past self get the best of you. I feel like there's something about staying strong in your beliefs. And if this is where you're feeling something very intuitively, okay, but your feelings are trying to guide you somewhere else, you have to pay attention to that intuition and let go of those feelings. And I have had one of those moments where I intuitively know that I need to do something, but my feelings are like making me feel every which way, remember every little moment and like detail in certain things. And I'm just like, no, like I know what my intuitive side is telling me, but it's hard because your past self. I don't want you to focus on those feelings. I just want you to pay attention to your intuition. And if you're somebody that's like, well, how do I know the difference? I want you to start writing down, your thoughts or your intuitive feelings. If you're not sure, just like start writing them all down and see what comes forward as far as like, a sign, like Spirit, give me a sign in this direction. Spirit, give me a sign in that direction. And when you get a sign, don't be like, oh, that's a coincidence, because Spirit's like, I'm here giving you signs. I'm here leading you. If there's like an opportunity that arises for you out of nowhere, or out of nowhere you start thinking of a certain something, and you're like, you've been asking for something, and then all of a sudden this idea pops up, or you have this dream about something, somebody mentions something, you have an opportunity that pops up, that's Spirit bringing you what you're asking for, okay? And I want you to stay very, very headstrong. I also have a friend, and she's kind of going through a lot. It's been a lot of heavy energy for her, and she recently kind of just surrendered. She was like, you know what? Like, she wasn't somebody who really believed in anything. But then she like really started to get into Spirit and connect with Spirit and talk to her loved ones and talk to her guides. And she has seen such a difference in her life. She was really struggling in certain ways, and just being her friend, like I'm seeing all these things pop up and how well she's manifesting for herself just because of that energy shift that she's having. But it's the connection that she's having with Spirit more than anything, where Spirit's finally like, she's like, you know what, I'm going to surrender. I'm going to let Spirit guide me, because obviously like where she's feeling like she needs to go as far as like her feelings are leading her, it's not leading her in the right direction. She needed to feel that like, where am I meant to be grounded and rooted and placed? Let's go ahead and pull. So we have pay yourself first, let go of guilt, and we have deservingness. There we go. Okay, and I just want to pull 3 more tarot cards just before we end here as well, or let's do 4 more just to see a last message as well. But while I'm shuffling with this, pay yourself first, okay? Again, in order for you to have anything that you're asking for, if this is financially, if this is in a love energy, if this is at a job, you need to take care of yourself first. And you've gotten that card coming out quite a few times where it's like, you need to pay attention to yourself and your needs. You need to make sure that what's important to you is happening in front of you, okay? And with this, let go of guilt. Whatever it is, if this is something from your past, if this is something where you did something, if this guilt card just jumps out to you and you're like, this is what I'm guilty for, you need to let go of that, okay? Because whatever the energy was of that situation or whatever, that doesn't matter, okay? You don't belong in that energy. You need to let go of that. You deserve so much more. And I feel like this guilt can hold you back in certain ways. And it's like, you don't need to feel guilty. You don't need to hang out in this energy. You don't need to feel like you don't deserve something because of something else. Like, you need to remember that you deserve what you're asking for. And it's time for you to pay yourself first. It's time for you to pay with your energy, your time. If this is where, You stretch yourself very far for other people, and it's constantly like you're in this direction, you're in that direction, and you're always pulling like 30 different directions. Or if this is where you're always lending money out, or if this is where you're loving your partner way more than they're loving you, whatever this is, okay, you need to stop and focus on yourself. What do you need? What are you giving out too much of that it's time for you to give yourself, because you deserve more than what you're sitting in right now. All right, let's just go ahead and pull 4 more cards and see what comes out. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords, we have the High Priestess, the 7 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Cups. Okay. So more than anything, sorry about the lighting and the camera, by the way. My daughter messes with this all the time, and since I don't record very often anymore. Okay, so I want you to really surrender to spirit, okay? I don't want you, I feel like, to be on defense on certain things. Like if this is where you want to go a certain direction, and this is like, I always actually bring this story up too. So I knew somebody who really wanted something to happen for them. And so she did something in a certain way, and she was just kind of manifesting like a certain something for herself. And then she decided, like, that's all she was manifesting was this certain something. But it came in such a different way than what she was expecting. But she was okay with it because it was however this thing could manifest, that's what she was looking for. If this is where you're like, I want this in this exact way, with this exact person, with this, however this is, you need to, I feel, be open to a possibility of whatever it is that you're asking for. Because here it is, the 2 of Cups. Like, you're happy here, but I want you to be open. Now, I also feel like this is where I want you to also not get so down on yourself. Like, you're making things happen, right? And whatever you're asking for to happen isn't going to happen overnight. It's not like in these cards, it doesn't show that it's like popping up, it's happening overnight. But here's the thing, spirit will start to make you feel better. And if you're willing to change, you're willing to understand that, like, for you to move forward, you need to pay attention to yourself. You need to build that connection and with spirit. You need to let go of whatever it is that you're holding on to. You need to be in this energy where you know that you deserve what you're asking for, right? I feel it will come in. It will start to come in, and spirit will start to connect with you. And spirit already connects with you, but I feel this is like where you're going to know the connection. You're going to trust the direction. And if somebody tries to steer you wrong, here you are where it's like, no, I know what direction I need to go. You're really working on things, like you're really working to build some things, and things are slowly starting to come in, I feel, for you. Like where things are starting to come in, you start to see the payoff and you start to feel really good. And I just feel a lot of cup energy. And so with the cups being so about emotional energy, what I want to say is there's going to be some emotional fulfillment for you, okay? And so this week, I want you to just really focus on you and how to get to the emotional fulfillment. I don't want you to focus on like, this has to happen this way, but I want you to focus on the energy and be open to whatever spirit is bringing forward for you, but also knowing that you deserve what you were asking for, staying strong in that. I don't care what somebody has to say, what your past self has to say, what you did in the past. That's in the past, right? Your past doesn't define you. You can make whatever you want of your future, and that's what I want you to focus on, all right? I hope everybody enjoyed their message. Don't forget, if you are interested in booking a personal with me, the link to that is in the description box below, and I am running a Valentine's Day special, so make sure to check that out. All right, I'm sending you all lots of love and light. Take care.